Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, played on the Wii Virtual Console. In the last episode, we had just returned the crown to the king in the Northwest Castle. It turned out that king was Astos, the Dark Elf in disguise. So, we managed to defeat him, and we got the crystal. That crystal belongs to Matoya, the witch, and it allows her to see. I guess it's like glasses, almost. So hopefully we can give that to her, and she'll trade the herb that is needed to break the spell on the sleeping elf prince. So, and then hopefully once the prince wakes up, he still has the mystic key that was entrusted to him 400 years ago by the king of Corneria there. So, if he has that mystic key, we have a lot of treasure doors we need to open up. So, if you've been keeping track, we have treasure doors inside Corneria Castle. There's 2 treasure doors inside the Temple of Fiends. There's a treasure door in the Dwarf Cave. A treasure door inside the Elfland Castle. A treasure door in the Northwest Castle. And then 4 treasure doors in the Marsh Cave. So, a lot of treasure doors. The prince needs herbs. I'll trade the most powerful herb to get my crystal back. Oh, I can see. And then afterwards she says, hey, no business here, go. Alright. Well, thankfully we don't have to deal with her anymore, because she seems kind of mad. Well, I guess she's probably a loner. I mean, she lives out in the middle of nowhere in a cave by herself, so she probably doesn't like company. So we will leave her be. And now let's go wake the sleeping prince. And then we can start unlocking those treasure doors. So, Plonk. So we'll probably get most of the. It doesn't matter how you really unlock them, as long as you unlock one of the treasure doors in Corneria Castle before you head to the Dwarf Cave, because one of the items in Corneria Castle's treasure rooms is the TNT, and that's what Nerrick, the dwarf engineer, needs to complete his tunnel. So, Prince is still sleeping. You have to give it to his, Chancellor, I guess? Oh, this herb will release the prince from Astos' coast. Look, he is waking. Thank you. Peace will return to Elfland. Is this a dream? Are you the Light Warriors? Is this for real? So, as the legend says, I will give you the Mystic Key. There it is, the Mystic Key. Nice. Now we can start unlocking some treasure. So, starting, I guess, with the treasure vault in this castle. Alright, this guy says the same things. Several of the elves will change their dialogue now, including the ones inside the town. Now the prince is woken up. The prince keeps the mystic key until the Light Warriors arrive. Maybe it's only rumor, but I think the cause of all these problems is to be found in the Cave of Marsh. Indubitably. A really long, hard dungeon. But, whew. Yeah, the beginning of the game is much harder than the end game, because you get some really good items end game. So, Silver Hammer, good upgrade for Fibbs. Copper Gauntlet, no one can use that. Some money, and more money. So, that's a pretty poor treasury there. The dwarfs have much better treasure. So, unfortunately, not a lot of the treasure that we're going to get is going to be very useful for this party, because it's very limited in the equipment that it can use. The prince is awake, thank you so much. When I replay this game again with the 2 fighters and 2 thieves, they'll get much better use out of the treasures. Because of the bunch of swords, including basically the second best sword for a thief, a straight thief, in some of the rooms. So, the rune sword. So it has a little less attack power than I think the dragon sword, which is also found in the treasure vaults, but it has a higher critical hit rate. So, Alright, we're gonna head to the back here, get these two treasure rooms here. And what's up? Use the key. Inside, what you will find will be quite helpful. Indeed it will. What do we got? 6 treasure chests. An iron staff. A saber. A silver knife. Nothing all that good. Alright. This one, though, has better stuff. Iron shield. Iron armor. That's good armor for a fighter. And the special item, the TNT. So, yeah, not much good there for us. The silver hammer is better than the iron, is better than the iron staff. So, that iron staff is pointless. Then, there's also going to be another pointless staff coming up in the Northwest Castle treasure room, but at least that one you can sell for a lot of money. So, we'll have to give the silver knife will be an upgrade for Milo, too. So, remember, silver weapons are very, very effective. So, let's head back to the Temple of Fiends. And we have treasure rooms on the right and on the left. Now, the interesting things about these treasure rooms is, like the Crown, they have monster tiles in front of them, so not too much of a problem with this one here. Well, in both cases, it's going to be a group of gargoyles. This one, we can step in, grab the treasure chest. We only have to fight them once. However, the treasure room to the north, we actually have to go in. We have to fight this group twice. Because as soon as you enter the room, it's going to be there, and then you have to go to the right to collect another treasure chest. So you're forced to trigger this trap tile twice. So what do we got here? Ooh. A rune sword. Yep, that's like if you're doing like a solo thief, which I recommend you not do. So, I know I mentioned in some other episodes there's a runner named Gyre. He has a Twitch.tv channel. He does a bunch of solo. He plays this game a lot, and he does a bunch of. I think for every single class he's got a solo run, and Thief is definitely the hardest. Because you basically have to max your stats. You're basically saving all the time. You know, before you level up. You gotta make sure you get strength, agility, vitality, luck. So there's a lot of resets. And the Astos is actually the big hurdle in that game. So, because up to that point, I think the only 2 swords you can really have are the Falchion and Saber. And they're both like really, really weak. I think the entire run that he did to do the solo thief took maybe like 50 hours. And I think 30 of them were roughly to get to a point where you can defeat Astos. I think you had to get into like the low 30s to be able to finish Astos off. Because there was so much luck dependent on it. The thief does so little damage because it has such bad weapons. Up to that point, the rune sword helps open up a little bit. And then there's some items that cast level 2 spells for free. That's what makes them the end game a little bit easier. But yeah, the thief even with the high levels has a lot has to rely a lot on luck to defeat that Astos. Because with only one character, the black orb glitters ominously, but nothing happens. Ooh, scary. But the thief has to basically dodge. Astos' rub spell, and then also have to be able to dodge his slow 2 spell. Because if he gets hit, obviously if he gets hit by the rub spell, he dies, reset. If he gets hit by the slow 2 spell, he's only going to deal 1 hit at a time, and he's not going to be able to outlast Astos, because then Astos starts casting the level 2 spells, the Fire 2, Lit 2, he fasts himself, so he hits more often and harder, and so... Yeah, it's pretty crazy that Astos takes so long. So there's that little canal. See if you get into a battle, you press start there, the game kind of updates itself and shows you what happens when that Nerrick finishes his canal off. So we're gonna go give him that TNT to help him finish off his canal. So, and that'll open up the inner sea here to the outer sea. Right now we're landlocked from reaching any other destination other than the one that we've been in, or been at. So, that'll open up 2 new towns and some new dungeons. So, of course, before we go do those new dungeons and towns, we want to get everything we can in this area first. Because those new towns will have some good spells, good equipment that we want. So even though we ain't going to get a lot of use out of many of the items, weapons, armors from these treasure rooms, we're able to sell the equipment at least and make some money that way to afford the stuff we can use. Iron helmet, good for fighters. Dragon sword. So like when we have when I play that game with the 2 thieves, one will get the dragon sword, one will get the rune sword. So they're slightly worse than the silver swords. They'd probably be better if they they had that special property. The rune sword is supposed to be strong against characters that are classified as magical. And the dragon, of course, would be good against enemies that are classified as dragon. But remember, those weaknesses are bugged, don't work, so. Finally, we get some armor, though, that our red mage can equip. The silver mail. So, woohoo! That'd be a good defensive boost for him. And the next tier of bracelets, the silver bracelets. Oh, wonderful, nice work. Yes, yes, indeed. This TNT is just what I need to finish my canal. Excuse him while he goes to work. So, now, yeah, the next tier bracelet, the silver bracelets, will be available in the next town. So, our other characters will be getting a defensive boost as well, including Wimbley up to level 15. So the Earth's slowly rotting from the west. So that's where we gotta go now that the west is opened up thanks to the canal Nerrick just built. But the copper bracelet gives plus. Oh, did you see that canal? Old Nerrick truly is great indeed. I'm looking for the floater. I bet with it I could float anything. Cornelia's treasury, go to the use of TNT. Well, we got the TNT and we gave it to Nerrick, so. But as I was saying, the copper bracelet only gives +4 defense. So once, and then the cap is 1 and the gloves are 1, which is basically 6 defense. So once Wimbley gets higher than level 6, he's better to just not use any armor, because Wimbley, if he has no armor on, his armor class is equal to his level. So the next upgrade will be the silver bracelet. So you can get the silver bracelet, cap, gloves. That'll put you at level 17 for 17 defense. And then you can have that until he hits level 18. And then, of course, at level 18, then his base defense from his class will take over. So, well, we got pretty maxed out with armor, so we should sell some stuff here, because there's a few, we're going to get some more weapons and armor from the Marsh Cave. I'm going to make good money selling all those, that weaponry. Dragon sword, whale sword. So, iron staff, that's not too important. Saber, not too important. Rune sword, though, that'd be good. Keep selling all this stuff. Make way for the rest of the treasure that we're gonna get in the Marsh Cave in the northwest, and the northwest castle. So, anything else we can sell? Yep. Marty has a few things. There we go. We're building up our cash supply. I guess it's really gold, but it's technically cash. So, alright. And all this cash will be very useful, not just in buying the remaining level 4 spells that we need to get, but also we want to, at this point, end up stocking up on the 99 heal potions. That's basically going to be the necessity for the rest of the game. We're going to want to have 99 heal potions pretty much at all times, because yeah, we can't just rely on our character's spell charges. So the max amount of spell charges that a character can get per level is 9. So even at max level, you're not going to have a lot of healing castings of your white magic. So that's where those healing potions come in handy. So just looking at the spells I got here. Fibbs and Marty finally able to get their white magic, and level 4 spells, I mean. A ice, that's really important. Pure isn't all that important. I just get it because of obsessive compulsiveness. But at 75 gold per 75 gold per pure potion, you can actually buy probably more than enough pure potions to last the entire game. With that 4,000 gold used to buy that pure spell, but I just, you know, like I said, I like to have it there just to be safe. So, but yeah, so that's one of the bad things about being obsessive compulsive. You do things that are irrational and probably not, you know, necessary, but for some reason your brain says, do it, do it, do it. So yeah, I have a little sheet here that I have the notes on, and the note says, you know, basically don't buy the pure thing, but then it bothers my, you know, obsessive compulsiveness. I'm like, I bought it in my test run, I need to buy it this time too, and so of course I go and buy it. So, but yeah, yep. So, alrighty, well, alright, well, we have a little. The prince is awake, thank you so much. I forgot to sell my armor. I should have sold the armor first and then saved at the end, but that's okay. These guys changed some of their dialogue. Not those ones. These guys are still saying about we gotta wake the prince. Legend says an airship is buried somewhere. That's a little clue, the airship is buried somewhere. So, the airship is going to be necessary to get to towns in the north. Remember we were told in Provoca that towns in the north don't have ports. Swords and armor made of silver are very powerful. Astos has been defeated. Peace will now return to Elfland. Yep, you better tell a bunch of your buddies because they still think that the prince is sleeping. The prince is awake, thank you so much. For once, rumor does not spread fast. At least to everybody. So, alright, let's finish talking with these folks here before we head back to Astos' castle in the northwest. So, we'll go there, loot that, and loot the marsh cave. But we'll have to wait to do that in our next episode because we're pretty much running out of time. So, take care, have a good one. Hope to see you back for the next episode. Bye!